I'ma get it off first. Find a way you ain't surf. You looking all hurt. Funny till your ego got nerve. Boy, I made it all worse. Woke up looking like work. 150 lay on my shirt, 20 lay on my teeth. Boy, I make an M in my sleep. Everything I want in my reach.
Here in the north, the Yaller horn is about to sound and send two teams to battle here at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, Minnesota. We've reached the halfway mark of the regular season. A lot of work left to do as we're away in Week 9. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Right to the air, Burrow. It is caught left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Lone back gets the handoff. Down the sideline inside the 30. And he'll finally be taken down at the 25. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down. Another carry for him. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Patrick Queen arranging in for the tackle. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They give it to him again. And he'll go down here at the 16. Give him 4 yards there, and they only need one more now on 3rd down. Back-to-back carries here. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Working quickly here. To the well again. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down.
That is some old school brutality. An offense close to a first down, a defense that knows there's a run headed right its way. In a battle of wills, the offense gets it done.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
QB sneak coming. And he's in for the touchdown. The Bengals finish up an excellent opening series. Joe Burrow with the touchdown on a quarterback sneak to the end zone. The fact that they pulled that out on a 1st and goal, Brock, didn't wait for a later down. Gotta imagine that played a part in its success, don't you?
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. It sure did. And I would have loved to seen those eyes in the huddle, right? When you call QB sneak and you look at those guys in the huddle, the big guys in particular, many times they will tell you with their body language, we're ready to go. And that group certainly was.
Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. drive will start out with a 1st and 10. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 39. Short pass brought in. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. 2nd and 8. Cops, this is Xavier Leggett. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
I'm sure Coach, play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
1st and 10 from the 41. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his 1st career interception. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with the pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet. But let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. They'll run here from the gun. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down. Running it now out of the gun. And he cuts it back right. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals. Working inside the red zone. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right, when you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. He gets flattened to the ground. Offense in the hurry up here. From the 33 on 2nd down. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And now the Bengals have it. And the nightmare continues as they bring the fumble back for a touchdown. The Bengals take a 20-zip lead. Great time to bring some extra pressure off that snap, and that made all the difference in getting that fumble and the defensive score.
I could hear it in your voice. I think you saw it coming. I saw it coming. I think even the crowd saw it coming.
Yep.
That quarterback did not see that blitz coming, and boy, did it pay dividends.
Cardi with the extra point. And the Bengals push their lead to 21-zip already. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Handoff now out of the gun. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. That's the end of one, and yikes, things looking a little out of hand already. 21-0 our score. More from US Bank Stadium after the break. We're ready now for the 2nd quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They have 2nd and pretty long here. Couldn't bring it in over the middle, incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that really well covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and out 3rd down. Motioning him from the slot right. McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. Into traffic, complete. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Offense looking confident, but they need 4 here on 4th down. McCarthy to throw for it. He finds him beyond the marker. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Back to the air, McCarthy. This is reeled in by Leggett. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bengals territory.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
1st and 10 from the 41. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Caught quickly on the slant. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down. From the red zone now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And it's going to be second down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making...
Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Throwing is Burrow. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down at the 28-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Running for the marker on second. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Going to the ground again on first. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Offense up to the line fast. Here we go, second and very long. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Patrick Queen in to pick it off. And the Vikings get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for him.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down. Motioning him from the slot right. First down from the red zone. And he finds him in the end zone for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings parlay the interception into points. Now we'll pause. The officials want to take a good look at this and confirm it was indeed a touchdown. Those points safe on the scoreboard. The touchdown upheld upon review. That one splits the uprights. And the Vikings get it back to a 14-point game. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. So things getting a bit tougher following that penalty. We got 2nd and 15. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Minneapolis. The Bengals with a lot of ground between where they are now and where they need to go. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Hand off to the back. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
The handoff on 3rd and short. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense that just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. Officially a 55-yard launch. And it's going to be Vikings football. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Hits his running back. And he'll get this up close to the 40 before going out. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
That's complete till he gets. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. A tight end in motion now. On 1st down, they'll run. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. McCarthy to throw it. This one taken in by Chase. And he's out of bounds after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. Complete beyond the marker. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
You know, Kate, years ago, my old high school receiver and I got together for a football camp. I could still close my eyes and throw him that slant. We've done it millions of times. You get a QB receiver connection like that, it's dynamite.
They send a man in motion. Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. That pass is complete to McBride. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Legette's got it. And he drives this forward to the 6. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Second and 3 now. Tight end gets it running forward. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. Call it no gain, maybe 1 at best on that play. That leaves them with 3rd and 2.
I know they had bigger visions when they called that play. This is one of those spots, Kate, where when a defense is dialed in, especially in the red zone, it's very tough to surprise them with anything.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
A 4-yard loss. It's 4th down.
Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. With only 3 seconds remaining, they're going to bring out that field goal unit. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. So close to the end zone, but with time winding down, they're going to try for the field goal. A very short kick here from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock here with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. McCarthy now, blitz coming. And that falls incomplete.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. They'll send him over right. McCarthy trying again on second down. Finds Chase on the slant. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
You know, I'm really not... Was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage, or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
So now here's 3rd and 5. McCarthy looking to throw. That's caught for the first. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage. Sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. On play action now, McCarthy bails out of the pocket quick. He's on the move. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Completed to his running back. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
1st and 10, here's McCarthy. Completed over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's brought down for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Looking to throw, McCarthy. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field. That's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Another carry for him. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. It's a gain of 4. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down. They're set up at the 35 now. left on that quick throw. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Dallas Turner there to bring him down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
From the 37. Forced out to his left. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. Working quickly here. Third and long. Here's Burrow. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that brings up 4th and long. The Bengals send out the punting unit. And this will be his second effort of the contest. He's got this at the 27. And some nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. This one returned for 11 yards. And it'll be their football. So good field position to start with for the Vikings this drive. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains. Sets him up nice and pretty at the 25 following that big play. Finds his man Chase. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 18-yard line.
From the 18 on 2nd down. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Back to the air, McCarthy. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL. Everybody on the field's thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. They just get the play off. He finds it beyond the marker. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. That excitement brings us to the end of the quarter. They'll have a shiny new set of downs to play with to start the 4th. It's Vikings football. They're down, but not out on the scoreboard. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. Offense in the hurry up here.
A loss of 7. Brings up 2nd and 17 at the 17-yard line.
Another try following the sack. Caught quickly on the slant. He's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
It's fourth down.
For the third time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. From the left hash, 34 yards away. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And that brings things a little closer here late.
Such a perfect example of a kicker just doing his job. And now it's incumbent upon that defense to give him and their offense another shot.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Trying the right side. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
No couple are happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign where they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Back-to-back carries here. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line. Offense up to the line fast. He'll throw it. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. First and 10 from the 41.
Here we go, here we go.
Give now to the running back. Into the second level past the 30. And he's going to be taken down at the 28. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll be first down, Bengals. They give it to him again. And he'll get down to the 21-yard line before he stopped. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
That's what I call a rhythm starter right there. The offenses love execution of plays like that on first down, Kate, because now that playbook is wide open. All options on the table for 2nd down.
It's the 2-minute warning here in Minneapolis. Bengals with a 5-point lead. 2nd and 3 now. Back to the well again. And he'll go down here at the 16. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And he'll bring it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals take an 11-point lead as they try to push this one out of reach. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
Point after converted from Cardi. And the Bengals push the lead up to 12.
Vikings 16. Joshua Cardi to kick off.
Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
They're on the 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Man in motion here. Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Second and 10, McCarthy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Got to figure out this 3rd down here. Minnesota spends its 2nd time out here. Still one more in their pocket to use. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Throwing now. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
Some squads you just see love to do this, Kate, and I've got so much respect for defensive coordinators who late in the game, instead of playing prevent, well, they step up the aggression meter. Back-to-back sacks puts this offense and this quarterback way off schedule.
4th and forever coming up. Now to throw. A bit of desperation on this deep shot, and that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Bengals get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance, and an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down. Lone back gets the handoff. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Give him 24 on that play. And now they have a 1st and goal. So the Bengals take this one on the road. And they're able to run this winning streak to 3 as they have really caught fire recently. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Bengals emerge as winners as we bid you farewell from Minneapolis.